Hey, welcome in everybody. We're here in the hot seat and we are going to be joined today by that beautiful, beautiful guy, Rolfkieran. I believe I'm saying that correctly. I believe is
Yes.
that's how I'm supposed to say it. Rolfkieran. That's how you say your name,
Yes.
Rolfkieran. Yeah, I don't want to
Yes.
mess it up. Don't want to mess it up. Sometimes I'll mess up. But there he is. There's Rolf. No. Wave hi, people. Wave hi to Rolf. Rolf is there for you. Wave hi to Rolf. Look at him. He's so dreamy. He's so dreamy.
What's up? What's up,
Really
everyone?
is.
How are you guys doing?
I mean, okay, so wow, they are really pounding out some questions for there. Oh my god. Jesus. Wow. Okay, so my first question to start it off to lighten the mood, but I did notice something in the background over there that you had drawn, and if anybody knows what it is, kind of cool. That I didn't even notice it until I really blew up the picture and I'm like, oh shoot, there it is. But boom. There you go. Okay. So anybody knows what those are from, you guys should. Come on. You guys definitely should. Somebody better know where it's from. Somebody better know.
Any
Like that was that those are a definite. And those are all I mean, like how long did it take to draw it?
honestly, like 5 minutes. Yeah. If I mean, like, I'm not here to like advertise my YouTube account, but if you were to go to my YouTube channel, you will find that like many, I would say like 9 years ago, 10 years ago, my YouTube channel was used as like a anime manga art channel. So where I like draw like characters, and I used to get like thousands of views. Like then I think my highest viewed video was like 17,000 or something. So
And is something wrong with
yeah.
that? I don't think nothing's wrong with that. I
Oh,
think
is
it's
that? Is
okay.
yeah, it's
However,
definitely cool.
however, if you can, go subscribe to this fucker right now on YouTube. There's the link to his YouTube channel. I already had it ready because I do promote people that I put on here. Go subscribe to him right
Nice.
now. Get his views up. Let him know what's up. If you want, put in a bunch of comments in there because he is doing Crucible videos too. He's putting them out there. Putting them out there. It's good to know because hey, they're I think Crucible videos at all different levels need to be shown because there's only so much you can do at the high level, but then when they're medium, mid grade, or whatever, or when you finally get a character to a certain point, it's good. Hey, boom, bust it out. Because
Oh, yeah, that's true.
and like right now, I was doing the part for Rolk, and I'm gonna max him out. Now, how close are you to maxing out Rolk?
I am a She-Hulk away from Rock, so I have like I can't remember what's the exact number, but I think it's like, okay. I know there's one piece where I need like 80 more. That syringe piece I need like 80 more, and that colorful piece I need like 50 more. So
The colorful
it's
piece.
gonna be a while. It's gonna be a
Nobody knows
while.
the names of these pieces. They just pull them off a Google image and they're just like, here you go. These are the pieces you need, but we're going to gate them so you never see them.
Honestly, I think you're right, because if I'm not wrong, when the G15s came out for the first time, right, the microdots, someone actually like found the stock image on like Google for the microdots. I think like Scopely kind of edited like some things, but if I'm not wrong, like people were like, "Hey, this looks kind of familiar," and it's actually like the new pieces that were introduced at that point of time.
I
So
mean,
yeah.
yeah, people were starting to look them up, and then I looked it up, and I'm just like, wait, why are these like on Google Images like something they just didn't create or something? Like they just took it from it, and that's it. That's really it. And I was just like, no, you guys are so lazy. Like, I mean, I could understand vibranium and stuff like that. They
Mhm.
have that in the Marvel universe. Obviously, you got to make that however you want. Um, carbonium or whatever, carbonadium or something, whatever you use for Omega Red.
Uh
It
huh.
literally looks like gold, like a gold brick, but they just colored it silver. They just said, "Fuck it, we're
Uh,
just gonna color it silver," and there you go, you're done. So it's just like, okay, what do we, how do we do this? What do we? Cool. We'll just, you know what? Let's not make a mistake. Let's just go ahead and pull it off of Google, and boom, here's the image we're going to use for the next G17. We love you, people. Here you go. So,
Yeah, but anyways, I think for people who are asking about the picture, so I think you can recognize this. You can recognize this. This is basically from Among Us. That's the and of course, and so if you're a fan of if you played like the newer Pokemon games, this is a Pokemon called Mimikyu. Is basically a Pokemon that wears like a cloth that looks like Pikachu because it wants to be Pikachu. So that's why I put them together because like it's clearly not Pikachu, it's a clearly imposter. And if you guys know about Among Us, it's always about the imposter, right? So yeah, that is why I drew it like this. So for those of you who are wondering and are not up to date to the newer Pokemon games.
oh, Bendy thought it was Ditto Pikachu.
No, this Mimikyu is an actual Pokemon that wants to be like Pikachu.
Ooh.
Because basically Nintendo tried to be meta with their humor. They know that Pikachu is a worldwide phenomenon, and yeah.
So, I'll start off with this, and then we'll look at some of the questions because some of them are just off the freaking wall because they want to be
Sure.
off the wall. So, you stream Marvel Strike Force. You stream it pretty regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Why not something? Why Marvel Strike Force and not something else?
The short answer is that I want attention. That is the short
Fuck
form
yeah,
answer.
there you go. Yes, bold and
The-
yes, honest. That's great.
The long answer is that because I started like doing YouTube when I was like in my teen years, and then I stopped because of school and everything, right? And so I always decide like I want to do something, and MSF I was playing it quite well to a good degree, and I thought like, hey, why not I just like start streaming and do good stuff with it. Like at this point of time when I started streaming, I think Crucible was a few months off, but they already announced that there was going to, I think it was called Grand Tournament at that point of time. So I was like, Galaxy of Heroes, which was where I came from, already had like a decent like GAC's Grand Arenas is a big thing in Galaxy of Heroes, right? If you watch like streams by like Arnold or like at a point of time like Cuts Fan Hunt, even Mobile Gamer was doing it, and it was crazy stuff. And I was like, you know what? Since MSS is bringing it, I thought like I could get into some of the action, and yeah, that's why I started doing MSF streaming. I was also unlocking Doom at that point of time as well. So I was like, you know what? Let's just start off and like just do a Doom unlock in DD4. So that's also how I got into streaming in the first place.
So I just got like 10 times more respect for you just coming out and say it. Fuck it, attention. And that's literally maybe like 90% of streamers do it because hey, I mean, okay, you ask my wife, I'm a narcissist, but it is a bit of ego because we want to get some attention to it. We want to go out there and play games. We do want people to watch, but I want to play the game, but I want to have fun while I'm doing it. It just happened to be a Marvel game that has a lot of characters, and I knew other characters will come out, but at the time that I started, I didn't think it was gonna be like this. I thought it was gonna go in a certain direction of positivity ish, maybe. But we could figure that part out. I mean, that's subjective. Everybody can have their own view on the game or whatever. But my thought was, hey, somebody. I've always said it, I did it because I like to stream and I don't mind sitting in front of a computer and playing fucking video games. A lot of us out there don't mind sitting in front of the computer playing video games, let alone Bendy with his fucking 85-hour streams. We have no idea when he's gonna stop, but he does them and we love him and we're gonna keep watching. But so you're in Singapore. It's morning for you because you can see the sun. Like holy crap, it's sun out there. Bam, it's beautiful out there. So, like you do this around school time and work, or like Like,
Oh,
how does that work out?
like when do I stream or?
Yeah, when you're streaming.
I stream around. I start around 10:30 p.m. my time, and then I usually finish about 12:30. Nowadays, before that, in the past I usually went to like 12:30. On the weekends, can be like up to 1 p.m., 1 a.m. kind of thing.
Hmm.
So it's nighttime. Um, uh, it's, when I was working. Right now, I'm not working, but when I was working, it's obviously after work. Gave me a bit of time to sleep before I start the day ahead the next day. So yeah, that was how I chose my time slot.
Hmm. So, so are you gonna stream? Were you thinking about streaming other games besides MSF, like long term, or just like popping into games whenever you're like, oh crap, there's nothing to do in MSF again?
Yeah, so mostly MSF. That was why I started. There were times where I streamed the Genshin Impact.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
It's
I
a
was like,
it's another game that I like to play. So I usually stream that, but usually that's more for like just playing through like the game.
hmm,
I don't consider myself an expert in that game because well, first and foremost, I don't will, so I don't get every character and everything. But it's just more as like a fun hobby, and I just play on the go, and show off like my characters that I have, you know that
you don't
kind
want
of
to be a
stuff.
whale? Come on, you don't want to be a whale? Come on, you.
Oh,
I mean,
do you know how expensive that game can be? It is. I mean, all mobile games or all games with monetization can get expensive, right? If you're
mhm.
irresponsible with your money, but um I just don't feel the chase for new characters. And plus there's no like quote unquote meta in the game. Like there are like the best characters you can use, but there's no like,
Hmm.
oh, get this character or you are like gonna lose in like everything. No, it's not really the case. I don't think there's like a character that's like a must have. There's no meta that you have to chase. There are some like top tier characters, that's true. But it's yeah, it's just you just having fun with whatever you like. Because sometimes the character that can be like top of the list can be a character that doesn't suit your playstyle, and then there's no point pulling for them
Hmm.
if you're not using them.
Yeah, see, I mean, everybody here already knows Strike Force is meta, 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 meta until they rework a character. So
All right.
that's how it is. Tomas, thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid, man. Thank you for the raid. Um, now I saw a question earlier, so I'm gonna start off with the easier ones and the outrageous ones. So we'll go with the favorite dish from Singapore. So
Oof.
what's your favorite
Favorite
dish to eat out there, man? What do you got
favorite sing
that's like oof?
favorite Singaporean dish. My favorite Singaporean dish is a dish called char kway teow, which is basically like fried noodles, fried flat noodles. So I think in the US, if you go to your Chinese like Panda Express, I forgot what's it called, but it's basically it's not that like those thin noodles, it's flat noodles, right? And it's just the way they fry it. I think many of you, if you know about like Chinese cooking, you have heard of this term called like wok hei, which is basically like it's I think it's translated to like essence of the wok. So it's basically like, how like you cook stuff but I say you go and eat barbecue in the US where you have the smoke and everything from like the wood and everything. So
Mhm.
it's kind of like that, but it's like because it's cooked at like intense temperatures, so you have that char taste to your dishes. And the reason why I like it is because it's they it's a dish that usually has like a sweet black sauce and a lot of ingredients inside. So I don't it is I think like somebody in Singapore did like a a survey, not a survey, but like they did some findings, and it is apparently like the most unhealthiest like dish in Singapore, like in terms of calories, in terms of cholesterol and everything. But it's good. But of course, it's not a thing that you it's how do I say this? Yeah, it's definitely not an everyday thing. You eat it every
Yeah,
day, you might have some problems.
problems. Yeah.
But
So yeah, I think
yeah,
a lot of
but
people would enjoy it because like you said it, and my mouth got watery. So I was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like,
So
oh.
And like, if there's any Malaysians right here, they'll definitely tell you that the Malaysian style is better. I guess Malaysian style is better, but I think the Singaporean version is also like enjoyable. But in general, I like food. Chicken. Everyone knows about the chicken rice. Chicken rice is also my favorite. Yeah, laksa is great as well. I grew up in an area that was popular for its laksa, so I I ate a lot of laksa with my friends in school. When I had a girlfriend, we would always go eat laksa. Before the place before our favorite place closed down and everything. So yeah, laksa is great. Even things like the the Muslim and the Indian food like nasi biryani, like biryani and even like nasi lemak. Nasi lemak is my favorite breakfast food, but it's also unhealthy.
Well, Americans over here have we have no concept of really being healthy on a mass scale. It might be like, yay, we'll do it for like 20 minutes and then we'll go, fuck man, this costs too much. Nah, we're done. So healthy is not part of it. It seems like it, but it's not. People eat really unhealthy here. But everything you keep describing is making me hungry. It's
Yeah.
like, damn, dude, you're making me hungry. Okay, so I think it's let's see, the New Year, New Me movement. It's literally like that, but it's already the half of the year. We don't really do any of that here. I have to ask you a really interesting question because I've always seen it, but I've never asked what it was, and I've always seen it in the
hmm
background. What is that figure all the way on the back shelf right there next to?
I don't have a Thor fig. I don't have
Oh no,
Thor,
not Thor.
but
What is that? What is that? Not Thor.
okay, hold on.
Who's that?
Oh yeah,
What is that?
so
Oh, that
basically,
isn't that is that Wonder Man or what is that?
no, hold
What is
on.
that?
I'll get it for you guys. Hold on.
Yeah, who is that? Hungry for ultra cores? We don't need ultra cores.
Yeah. So, anyways, if you guys are new to my channel, you will know that I'm a big fan of the anime My Hero Academia. So these are just two figurines that I have from the show. This is Izuku Deku, who is the main character,
Ooh.
and this is Muriel, who is also from the same show. So yeah, I mean, I just have these two, but I like their character journey and if you I mean if you follow the show and everything, you would definitely know, like, especially for Muriel, like what he did and everything. Like there's a reason why he's a fan favorite with fans of the show.
Yeah, I mean, I've saw it from way back. Like I've saw it from way back, and granted, when you're on stream, you don't have yourself blown up like this, huge, where you can be
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, cool, and then it's clear. You're kind of tiny in this corner, and you're just like, okay, there's something back there. Oh wait, I know who Pikachu is. I can recognize Pikachu back there. We know who that is. But I'm always
Oh
looking like,
yeah.
there's something up there. You know what? One day I'll ask him, and I was like, you know what? Bam! I'm gonna ask him. I'm just gonna go ahead and ask him, see how. But yeah, I mean, I have I for me, I have a bunch of pops. I have pops all over the place, and I have like Marvel pops. I have a few Doctor Who pops. I have Star Trek pops and Star Trek ships because I like Star Trek. That's just me. I prefer Star Trek over Star Wars. I don't care.
Oof, that's a
But
hot take.
I mean, well, okay, so the time I was growing up, there was only 3 Star Wars movies, a few freaking cartoon maybe of like Star Wars, and just comic books of Star Wars. I had more Star Trek content than I did Star Wars. And there's only so many times you could sit there and talk to somebody about the same 3 movies over and over and over again. You could go
Uh,
ahead and just butt heads, and it's like, ugh, okay, I'm good.
that's true. That's true.
So Star Trek came out, and I was fascinated with it. Boom, 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 boom. It led to more, and then boom, Star Wars came out with more movies. Now we got more stuff to talk about. I'm a sci-fi nerd. I like sci-fi. I don't give a shit where it is. I love all of it. If it comes out with it, Firefly, I'll dig. I'll do it with whatever's out there. The only one I really kind of despised was Babylon 5. Not really. I nah, something about it just said, nah, nah. But obviously, you seem to take a little hit from the Star Wars part. So you're on the Star Wars side of things, or
Uh, yeah. I mean, to be fair, because I've first and foremost watched more Star Wars movies and shows and stuff. But I mean, growing up, my godfather was a big Star Wars fan, so um, he brought me to watch Revenge of the Sith when it came out. Uh, and then when there was ever like some Star Wars exhibition, he always bring me and my brother along. So and the very first figurine that he bought for me, which unfortunately is like lost, is a Kenobi figure with his lightsaber from like episode 3.
ooh,
So yeah, I mean and I mean Star Wars is a big thing, right? And like growing up, even though I didn't get to watch like obviously I wasn't born when the original trilogy came out, but they always had reruns on like during the holidays, like during national holidays when everyone's stuck at home, they always like showed special programs, like they showed movies during like on TV, and for some reason they always show the original trilogy. So like you always watch what's that episode 4, and Vader and Obi-Wan fought, episode 5 when Vader and Luke fought and Luke gets his hand chopped off, and the I mean, this is a spoiler, but it's 40 years ago. The I'm your father and stuff like that, right? So and of course the episode 6 and everything. So like I don't know, Star Wars was always there. I think Star Trek wasn't as prominent when I was growing up, right? I was born in the 90s and everything. Like I said, prequels just came out and everything.
yeah. Well, when
So
the prequels came out, it was good to get more content for it. Then we could talk about it and like start discussing it. Then some more of the cartoons came out, some of the animations and stuff, and it's like, ooh, this is gonna be interesting. And you can go back and forth now. Now they got more and more content that's come out. Granted, it's a little bit better than it was for the last two movies, but we don't have to talk about those. Those just kind of just went off on the deep end. Unless you favorite the last two movies.
uh, you you know I'm gonna say something right now, right? I didn't watch episode 9. I watched episode 8. I watched The Last Jedi. It was interesting. Never watched 9 because I don't know, man. I think by that time my Star Wars phase kind of died. I mean with
Damn.
the movies, with the movies. So I'm not talking about like the entire like universe, but like my interest in episode 9 wasn't there, so I never really watched it.
Trust me, you
Yeah,
didn't you didn't miss anything of that was fruitful. You didn't. Yeah, it was. It,
that's what I've heard.
yeah, it's not it. I don't know what happened with them. They were. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but next thing you know, they come out with some more series and stuff now, and those seem to be picking up, which is really good. I'm excited for Ahsoka. I want to see Ahsoka.
Oh yeah, Ahsoka's cool.
Ahsoka's gonna be pretty good. I liked. I think I liked Obi-Wan Kenobi. That was a good 6 hit. I wish they would have pushed further. Wish they would do a
Oh,
season
that's
two, but we don't know.
mm.
Have you seen Andor?
Actually, I've not seen Endor.
Oh,
I don't really have a Disney Plus subscription, so like I'm one of my ex colleagues was lending me his to watch all the stuff. So I watched Mando. I did watch Kenobi a little bit. But the newer stuff I've not watched it. So how I'm gonna watch Ahsoka? That's the question. I don't know, man. But when it comes, it'll come. I like Ahsoka. I watched the Clone War, not Clone Wars. Sorry, I did watch Clone Wars. I watched Rebels, and I like the character from those shows. So it's really like she is a favorite character. Like in Star Wars universe, she's like probably like top 5.
well, so I'll give you a hot tip, but I'll send it over Discord. But there are ways to watch other stuff. Just saying.
Oh,
Just saying.
nice.
But I think I think what pushed me, like I said, what pushed me over with Star Trek at the time was content. Now there is a slew of content of Star Wars, and it's out there. And with the abundance of content that's out now, does it get you a little bit more interested in Swaga or no?
No, I've quit Swaggle twice. The grind got too much for me.
Damn.
I was sharing this with Lenjay the other day. Um, so I actually quit. When I started playing in like 2018, and then I quit in 2019 because of Revan. So I think for those of you who play Galaxy of Heroes, you know that Revan on release was a bit whaley, so you needed to whale a little bit to get Revan, and I just and he gave like a very big advantage in like arena and in many game modes. So Lenji is in house. So that's where I quit. And then I came back like a year and a half during the middle of pandemic. Um, and then as I like, hey, you know what? All these characters are farmable now. Might as well go for it. And then when so if you play Galaxy of Heroes, you may have heard of this thing called Galactic Legends, which are like the top tier characters in the game that require so much investment into like useless characters. So like imagine a Phantomax kind of thing, but like times 10. No, maybe times 10. Okay, times 10 is a bit of an exaggeration, but you know what I mean, right? The characters that were not useful, they needed to gear all the way. And then but I decided to grind for it. I grinded for the easiest one, which was Kylo Ren. And then after I was done grinding for like months, and then they released two new Galactic Legends, and I saw the requirements. I was like, this is way worse than what I did for Kylo Ren, and that took months of like laser focus farming. So I was like, you know what? I gotta cut this out.
Oh wow,
So
we got a
yeah.
fat raid from Mobile Gamer. Thank you for the raid, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are just chilling here with Rolfkieran, talking him on a hot seat. Thank you, Mobile, for the raid again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, Rolf is not quitting. Why
No,
would
no,
Rolf
no, no, no,
quit?
no.
No, no, we're just talking with him on the hot seat. Kill shot. You already know what that is. Like you don't know what's up with this. You really do. You don't you? Don't you know? You know what's up with it. But yeah, I haven't logged into Swaga in a while. Every now and then I'll do it just to see what other characters are popping out or whatever. But it's like, wow, there's still a lot of crap you got to do to get to certain points. But then again, it's kind of feel like it's filtering over to MSF now, where all these characters. I can understand if it's one, like for Apocalypse. Okay, I could understand that. That was great, but the payoff wasn't as great until they reworked them. But if they do that for every particular one, I don't know. I think more if they had it as like a dark dimension and then you get that big character at the end of it, instead of just doing one dark dimension like a year, you could have a few of them going and try to get to them however you could get to them. Whatever. At least it gives just more agency over the characters.
Oh, that's true. There's one thing to say about Galaxy of Heroes, though. I think that they do a better job at making more characters relevant. Even like off-meta characters are relevant in like certain counters and stuff. And they still make like in JC or whether is it in Territory Wars, which is their version of Alliance War. They do a better job of making like past characters relevant, where you need like certain teams to beat them. Whereas in MSF, sometimes you just blow it out with with a good team, you know. So I think like for example, like the Rebels are not. I mean, depending on how you see it, the Rebels are not like a top tier team. They are like a solid team, but they are useful in many game modes, for example. So yeah, I think that's one thing that they do better.
I saw Galaxy Heroes does some things better. MSF is, I want to say, simplistic on stats and like things that you got to look for and stuff. Swaga's got a whole list of it, and I'm just like, dude, where am I scrolling to find the stat on this guy? And then the speed manipulation is ridiculous. I hate
mods
the speed
are
part.
like MSF players who have never touched Swoggle before have never known the pain of mods. Mods are not nice.
Okay, so we've already got a couple questions about this, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask it. the CC rules that we just did you actually get to see the blog post yet?
Yes, I did. I saw the rules for the tournament and for season 3.
Basically, it's season 2 just flipped. Or moved
Somewhat.
over. Yeah, moved over a little bit. They moved it over, so it's like, oh God, no. I thought we were gonna get something different. I guess not. I guess not. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Are you gonna leave your defense as is, or?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna move some certain stuff. This is what I'll say though. A few days on Popo Sticky stream, he asked like, "What do you think of the changes is gonna happen next season for season 3?" So I said that I think they're going to do something with Gamma in particular. They're either going to nerf Gamma, like what they did with Dark Hole in season 2, or they are either going to make them so they're going to buff them until they are like the worst thing you face on CC, and they did nerf them. So I was kind of right. So yeah, when I saw the changes, I was like, Gamma minus 10% for this stats. I was like, I knew it.
I mean, they really were. I saw. I mean, I scrolled. I was like, all right, here's the regular rules and stuff. And the next thing you know, I was like, wait, why is Gamma's there? Oh goddamn. Okay, I guess they just copied and pasted and just put Gamma in there just to switch it up a little bit. But I'm still living them on defense, so it's not really changing it up. Thanks CMRJ for the follow, man. Hi, man.
Yeah, but that being said, right? Like, I think that Dark Hole is still a good team with the reduced stats. I think Gamma will be similar. Like, I mean, if you don't do it right, like Rehal's gonna pop off. He's going to out. He's gonna throw rocks at you. You're gonna die in like 3 turns. You know, that kind of thing. So it's it's not like they're like unusable. You know, they're still gonna wreck shit if they're not careful. But especially with like I'm not gonna say the new warriors because eventually I know new warriors gonna be used in the Tangle Web Eternals room. But like I think they're coming up with things that are more reliable in beating Gamma. So yeah, that is
just say it. It sucks.
Yeah.
So I don't want to. I don't want to detour from our little thing. But CMR did say that he hates mods, which is great. We don't want the mods like that here. We don't need it there. However, since we're in that age of everybody needs something new, which is why TikTok's popular, Reels are popular, YouTube Shorts are popular. If you scroll up, you get something new every now and then, and having the same old play out for 90 days can get relatively old. Now, you feel that way with Crucible since we're stuck with that for like 90 days. That it got relatively old over the time.
Yeah, I think that season 3 is not gonna be I had this feeling it's not gonna be well received. To be fair, right, I looked over the tournament rules and they seem fine, right? Like, they seem fine. Some of them were a little bit creative. There's one rule that's called when it rains, where if you gain a positive or negative, it extends durations and stuff like that. And I thought, like, hey, that's actually a pretty decent idea for like a room buff, like a room stage rule. And then after that, when it comes to season 3, you realize that 4 of the 6 are copy and paste from season 2. And we are like, seriously, you came up with decent stuff in the tournament, and then you just like give it all away for like you came up with these things for 1 week. You threw it all away for like reusing 4 of the 6 rules from last season. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, that was I was looking at the rules and I'm like, okay, the 32 player tournament, it's different, so it's something else we really got to think about. And wow, okay, cool. We're gonna try to do this 32 player tournament, hoping there's no bugs, but we're not gonna fault CM Archangel for that. But then going back to season 3, where it's like, okay, all you did was move 4 rooms over and gave us basically 1 room. The I don't know about the 6th room. 6th room seems a little But the fifth room where I believe it changed the ability energy. So you got
Mm.
special and ultimate starting off differently, which is like, all right, cool. So now I'm gonna have characters that are gonna be able to throw their ult right away. However, when you kill somebody from the opposite team, those allies get ability energy. So it's like, ooh, hopefully everybody dies. If everybody doesn't die, it's gonna be bad. But hopefully hopefully it works. I want to see how it plays out, but I'm more excited for the 32 man tournament. I
That's
don't
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm trying to wonder like how people are going to be filtered along the bracket, the pyramid style thing where you're going because you move around based on whether you win or lose. Um we're hoping we win, but I mean, I don't know. I think I'm going to leave my defense as is for now, only because I just want to see what happens. But is there any other characters you want to build up? Shoot, we got like 3 days.
Any characters to build
Yeah,
up?
any characters to build up in like 3 days.
I mean, why 3 days though? I mean, like for the
We
next
get
week of CC.
Yeah, for the next week of CC. I mean, they just put offers for what's her face, Firestar out. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm not buying her. You're not buying her. So boom, we're moving. So we'll get her
Mm-hmm.
whenever she comes along. But any other characters that you're thinking like, man, I should push up right now before this 32 man tournament starts.
Teams to build up. That's a interesting question. I think most of the teams that I use on CC are kind of built. Obviously I would want to build up like what's this team called? I want to build up like new warriors a little bit higher. I think that mine are a little bit small. That's why sometimes I lose in certain team comps. Um, as for current teams for CC, I don't know. I always wanted to build up my Infinity Watch a little bit higher. They are huge efficiency suckers, and I was like, but I don't have the resources to really bring so many people up. Right, we're also building up for the incursion rates. So I just unlocked Iron Fist yesterday, so I am still building him up for like for the raids and everything. Right, he's only what is he right now? Level 32. So I'm still building him up. And of course, you want to build out your horseman. I just took Fenamax to 90, waiting for his gear to put G17 on him. And then you still need to build up like those stuff. So I haven't thought of any like CC besides the new warriors. Any CC related teams that I really wanted to build for that.
New warriors are great. You pair them with the Eternals, they could just wreck freaking Gamma right out the woodwork. You got to just make sure that defense down gets hit on She-Hulk, and you're great. But there's still some other things you got to do. But if you do it right, you can knock them right out. I'm excited for Firestar, but I'm just gonna wait to get her. It's gonna be a while before I get her. And then Gwenpool's coming. I'm more excited for Gwenpool. I want to see how this works out with Gwenpool. Although I didn't think she'd actually come to the game, but we got her. Now, I have something here, and only because Killshot brought it up. And I was going to mention this later, but I want to know if you can tell me. I'm going to show this here. Let me put this in here so that way everybody.
It's nothing dirty, right?
Huh?
It's safe for work kind of thing, right?
Oh, it's safe for work. It's safe for work. It's definitely safe for work. So I'm gonna put something out here on the screen, and we can listen to it, and then you tell me if I noticed something in this trailer, and I was like, holy shit! Did Scopely sneak this fucker by us and decide to just put something in there? So I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? Okay, so let me make sure this is out, right? Here. Where do we got it? So I apologize if anybody hasn't really seen any of the clips for the new Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. They put out a bunch of clips. However, I figured, what the fuck? I just want to know if anybody noticed what I noticed. My family didn't notice because they don't really play the game, so they didn't notice something. But I sure as hell did, and I just want to ask somebody what the fuck. Because it's interesting. So Can you see that, Rolf? On screen. Should you? Can you see it? Should see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously we see Adam Warlock. I'm not going to play it with sound, but tell me what you see in a second. I'll pause it when I see it.
Oh god. Oh god. Is she canon? What?
I paused it and I was just like, "Hey, what? Wait, what? Okay, so were they just saying, yeah, who the fuck is that?" Right? That I
Oh
mean, the
man.
little wingspan thing there, it's just now, if I play it further, see, look, everybody's already saying it's Kestrel, it's Kestrel, it's Kestrel. The clip is out there, you could see it on YouTube. It's not Rescue, fuck off. But I'm just going, oh my god, is this a cheap way to get Kestrel in the game? And I'm like, wow. However, if you watch the clip and then you notice who it is,
Oh, you got baited.
it's Nebula. But I'm just going, holy shit, did they really just sneak in that little Kestrel thing in there? Because that really looked like Kestrel when it popped up. And I had to sit there and go, wait, what was that? Like, whoa. Like, because, they like to put somewhat of the character in there. Or give you, like, the beforehand, like, oh, we're building up to it. And then boom. But I was sitting there going, Jesus Christ, dude. That looked like Kestrel if you weren't paying attention. Like, it just came by the screen and you're like, oh my god, that looks like what Kestrel could start off as. Because in the MCU, they like to start off with characters beforehand. Yeah. And they're like, ooh, we're going to go ahead and, give the little version 1 before the actual character comes out. Kind of like most of the characters that come out. So,
yeah.
I was just like...
I think my camera's frozen.
Oh, it is? Oh, what happened?
Yeah.
Maybe... No, it's fine.
Okay, it's fine, it's fine.
Yeah, we see it.
Yeah,
It's moving. It's Kestrel. It looks like some weird Kestrel tech. Maybe somebody snuck it up from Scopely and was like, you should throw him in there. You should throw him in there. Throw Kestrel in there. She's so powerful. Everybody's gonna love her. Like, don't get me wrong. Kestrel, powerful ass character. Throw her in the MCU, people are gonna go like, who the hell's Kestrel? Who the hell's Kestrel? Like, no. But
then the MSF players would be like, first time. You know that meme from Pirates of the Caribbean? Is it Pirates of the Caribbean? I can't remember, but it's that James Franco meme. And it's like, first time.
First time. Dude, I mean, have you seen any of the trailers for Guardians of the Galaxy yet? Or
I mean, the main trailers, yeah. But I've not seen any of the latest stuff. I know I've seen all the embargo lifted for the critics' reviews. Apparently, there's been some pretty good stuff. Some say it's the best. What's it called? MCU stuff since Endgame. So I was like, okay, that's quite a statement considering the stuff that we've had recently. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've heard it's the longest of the Guardians movies. It's pretty long, and it's supposed. I mean, I think Guardians 1 was better than Guardians 2-ish. Like, it's still above it, but depending on what they do with 3, since we know for sure Drax is not... Batista's not coming back, so we know he's out. We just don't know how he leaves. Hoping that it'll be great, but... I mean, James Gunn does write decent movies. He does. And...
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does write decent movies. And I'm hoping the Guardians hit some of the clips that are out there. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them. One of them just gets you to go, wow, this might go in a real, like, wow direction. Like, oh shit. But we know it's the end of the Guardians that we see. We don't know if all of them are leaving. We just know, this group will be disbanding. So, and then I'm not saying nothing to CM Archangel, but if you could just give them a buff, That'd be fucking great. Just saying. They're just chilling back there in obscurity right now. We're just saying. They don't have to get they don't have to get rework. Just stat boost and it will work out great. But like okay, so in for in game, are you using besides Infinity Watch? Besides Infinity Watch, are you using any of the other Guardians anywhere?
Just Star-Lord. So if I need to use him in CC, I use him. But other than that, no, not really.
I don't think I use Star Lord sparingly now. Now that New Warriors and Eternals are there to knock out Gamma, I'm trying to figure out where to use him. I could with Doom because that's basically what you want to use him with. Jesus Christ, man, Bendy's got like 85,000 emotes. He's got like so many Jesus Christ. And
yeah, but on the topic, yeah, I remember using them quite a bit for like gamma counters, but ever since like the New Warriors and everything, yeah, nothing special.
I mean, occasionally I
Oh,
might
hold
use
on.
Drax. Oh. Occasionally I might use Drax. I might use Drax somewhere in war, maybe somewhere else if I need him just to, you know, focus that taunt real quick and boom, he's done because Drax is like I don't know, like 50k, which is sad because he's really strong in the comics. Just saying, if anybody needs help with balancing, just saying. But are there any other characters in MSF you would like to see pushed up that haven't gotten a rework yet?
So I mean, Guardians was my number one choice, but since we've already talked about it, the one team that I want to get buffed. That's I'd like to see the Inhumans get buffed.
Whoa! Wait, what?
Yeah,
Inhumans. Shoot,
Yeah.
Taco would love to hear that because he keeps making me build up Karnak for no damn reason. But I mean, okay, so Black Bolt ish, yeah. I mean, when he came out, he was huge. It was like, holy crap! Bye bye Ultron, you're done, son. And then he quickly just left out. But do you have any
Definitely,
of those
yeah.
characters built up or no?
Just I mean, built up for my actually built up was like level 75 G14. Yo-Yo and Black Bolt. Yeah, I use Black Bolt in my raids and arena for not really arena, but like for raids for a very long time when I started out. So I have him built quite a bit, and then I think there was once that a pocket dimension where you required what's this thing called? You require both of them. And so I was like, you know what, since Black Bolt's already built, I might as well just build up Yo-Yo for this. And you know, she was really like level 68, 69. So I was like, you know what, just bring up to 75 and that's about it.
Yeah, I think the only two I got built up is Crystal and Black Bolt, only because I wanted Black Bolt to have some sustain on it, and then the
Mhm.
other three got left behind before someone said, "Hey, we're gonna build up Karnak for you." Please don't, please don't. He's not doing
Yeah.
nothing for me right now. He's not, but it is what it is. Oh, look. Oh, I don't know if chat is making fun of me because I had to build up War Machine, or they're just liking him because he was a kid character. However, War Machine was pretty good starting off when you first got him. Then
Mhm.
they got the War Machine. Just, I mean, most of the power armor got left behind, so they're just back there chilling. But I wouldn't mind seeing War Machine get something. I'm not being biased because he's stuck at G16, but power armor could. That wasn't that. I didn't do that. That was. I had no control over that. Chat wanted to do
Oh.
that and mess me up on it. So whatever. But they did the same thing to. They did the same thing to Kingpin, and they did the same thing to Ultron. That lucked out.
And it,
Shoot, that lucked out pretty good. So it's just like, wow, okay, cool. So I like Doctor Strange feels like he's been left behind, but when you really look at his kit, he kind of looks like an enhanced minion because he only has one basic damaging move, which is his basic. and it doesn't do enough.
Yeah.
And then you got the special, but then you got the ult that could heal up and revive, but it's like, well, if it did something else, maybe, but
You,
whatever.
you know, what's one way that you could like make straight like OG Strange a lot better. Imagine if his special the flip, right? Imagine if he puts trauma at the same time. That would be nasty.
Ooh, they
And
can't get rid of it. Yeah, they
and
can't get rid of
like
it.
we were talking earlier about the room rule, the when it rains, when you get a negative effect, it like you plus one and everything, right? That could be that could be decently strong if that was in the game. Like
That would be
I
cool,
don't know,
but you
like
can't you
have
can't flip
someone.
it.
I mean, I from what I understand, this is when you apply a debuff, right? So I guess when
Mhm.
you extend a debuff, it kind of counts as applying. I don't know. So maybe let's say, for example, Strange flips everything, puts the trauma, and then you you extend, and then it just plus ones, and it just hits the cap of three. But imagine that there's 3 turns that you cannot cleanse anything at all. I think that'll be nasty.
That'll make people actually think about certain characters. Oh, look, Scientist Supreme can make a comeback. I mean,
Yes, oh, Sunny Supreme,
yeah.
yeah. Like, I mean, they've been playing around with the trauma and safeguard mechanic a lot recently. And, you know, like, honestly, if they could do that, like, so you flip and then you apply the trauma later, wow, that is insane.
I mean, back in the day when you didn't have Blitz Sim and you couldn't do nothing with that, you actually had to blitz manually. You knew like a lot of those teams heart by heart. Like Doctor Strange, you come in and flip some stuff. You could revive some stuff. Aim's coming in. They might slow themselves a little bit, but then they come out of the woodwork and just start, boom, going straight crazy on the other team. Then you got Graviton going crazy. Then you got Graviton just hitting for as many effects that they got, and you're like, wow, Graviton's pretty strong. Nowadays, you look at Graviton and be like, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't put him on a team. What's wrong with you? But I think I mean, they're slowly pushing up more characters with that, but we don't know exactly when they're gonna push other characters, or even if they are. I would like them to do so, but as for well, what did they say? Oh, Nova. I don't think I think it'll be a. I think the battlefield effect will still be negative. We just don't know what it is. However, I do like Rolk's battlefield effect. That's pretty juicy. And it just says, boom, it's going to get hit with that bleed. Sometimes you don't know when they're going to die because they're just like, boom, the bleed's hit. And you're like, oh, well, they're dead. Okay, cool. Battlefield
Hmm.
effects hit. But if it comes to it, we know Nova. What would you like to see as a battlefield effect? Or another effect besides it?
Mm. I mean, to be fair, I'm not very familiar with like Nova's like powers, so I really can't like um comment much about it. But I have no idea. It depends on his role, I guess. So I have no idea actually. So like this Nova Force thing, I am not familiar, unfortunately. So I can't really. I guess the Nova Force will be his better field effect. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. So, well,
Yeah, but
like the Nova Force is just, I mean, it's, if you read the comic, yeah, there it goes. I would spend if he wasn't legendary. I mean, for Nova being as big as he was in the comics and as what he possesses the Nova Force, it would make sense that he's a legendary. However, we're still questioning Jubilee. But I kind of understand it, then I don't. But whatever. Scopely does things because reasons. Whatever. So it would be interesting to see how it like what they choose for it. Like they did bring out the fact that they're bringing out that exhausted effect, which lasts a little longer for war. I think it's kind of similar to what Swaga uses for that the conquest thing, where every time you
mm,
battle, you lose like 10% or whatever your stuff or your stats, and that's kind of what it sounds like over there. So instead of you facing a fully maxed out healed Rolk, coming in because you couldn't kill him, you'll get a 90% Rolk, but that doesn't necessarily mean he won't kick your ass. So I think that's what I was thinking. Like, okay, what other effect could they use? And Did they say it was a positive effect, or they just said it was going to be an impressive battlefield effect?
I have no idea.
Somebody, no, no.
Apparently,
Let chat figure that out, because somebody said it
okay.
was going to be positive, but I'm like, wait, I don't remember them saying positive. I remember them saying it was just going to be a battlefield effect. But hey, whatever. I don't remember seeing it saying it was going to be positive. I just remember them saying it was going to be an impressive battlefield effect. But hey, what you got to do. However, I don't like the fact that they're making us build up Masters of Evil so quick to the point that you got to, crazy nuts. And then X Factor. I only want to build up Cable. And then Quicksilver. Quicksilver, obviously, but X Factor.
I mean, X Factor is like Debros and Polaris and multiple men.
Yeah, but they don't. The stats aren't there for the moment. That's it. That's the part for about it. The stats aren't there compared to Masters of
Ah,
Evil. If
that's
you get
true.
them close to 90 or whatever, their stats aren't going to be the same as with X Factor. They're not going to be up there. So, it's like I want to bring in. Yeah, my bad. I said Cable like a dumbass because I just saw the X. But Quicksilver, I'm going to build up regardless, and then Masters of Evil, yes, only because it's essentially a room that you got to take care of now in season 3. Just saying, change them up. Um, I'm not a fan of the X Factor part, but at least if they give them a stat boost secretly in this next patch, because we have to build them up just to go through the Scourge, I think I would be relatively happy with it, because they gave a nice little boost to Fury. That
Mm-hmm.
one's crazy. I never thought I'd be
It's
sitting there
nuts.
going, I'm taking Fury into the raids. What? Why? Now I know
I mean,
why.
think about that, right? At the beginning, in January this year, did you ever expect that Fury would be like a top 10 character in MSF?
I didn't think he was gonna get too big of a that kind of a push. I mean, Fury's one thing, but those damn shield minions come out and they wreck. They just start hitting people. Like, I
Yeah,
stunned Rolk. Like, how do you stun Rolk with a minion? Like, that makes no sense. But hey, I'm fine with it. That's fine. But I never thought they would push him up that much to where you're like, oh, wow, Fury just didn't get slapped. Okay,
yeah.
cool. Nice. Now, I wish they would do that to other characters, but the fact that we're using him in raids to the point to where his minions just wreck, that is going to be great. Oh, anything for summoned characters. So, multiple man summoned characters.
Mhm.
Greg is a summoned character. Nobu, you could bring out guys. Kingpin. It's just basically crazy. So, yeah. So I think room 4 for the tournament will be interesting. I wish they would have left it in for season 3. That would be interesting because there's a lot of characters that summon. I don't mind
That's right.
Greg. Yeah, I don't mind Greg, and I don't mind what do they call them for Mr. Negative? Uh
Henchman or
it's
something.
henchman, some crazy crap. But then boom, you could bring them out and they reduce turn meter, which is great. I want to slow them down. It's a turn-based game. Slow them down as much as you can and
Uh,
call it a day.
yeah, the summons are called inner demons.
Yo, the demon, yeah, the demons.
Yeah,
Because then they got demon cyclops, and it's like, you could have picked any other name,
yeah.
bro. You could have picked any other name, but yeah, it's just But I think they could have had something on there where they did passive effects done or drops below or something. They could have really switched up a lot. I don't think anybody's thinking about Red Skull. I don't know. Do you even have Red Skull built to a good point or no?
No, he's like what, gear tier 10 or something. Like he's not even like 11 or something. Like
Oh,
he
he's a
is in the
baby.
50s.
He's a
Yeah, he's a
baby.
baby.
He's a
Yeah,
baby. The only one, the only big Hydra character that's pretty good is Zemo. But guess what,
yeah.
people? He's not niche. So, haha, he's not. Get over it. But okay, so let's go. Let me run down these questions here because we're coming up on it. So, all right. I want to ask this, but You can say no or yes or just nod or whatever. But has he ever been to the cat? What the fuck? You ever been to the cat house in Singapore? Jesus Christ, that sounds like something. Oh
No.
fuck. Yeah, whatever. And then yeah, I'm not gonna ask him that. That one just sounds really bad. Sounds really bad. And then there's not. Why do you? Oh, Jesus Christ, man. No, he doesn't summon. I was just saying that he's not niche. He's not niche. Just like those ultra cores, he's not niche. Don't make Zemo appear. Zemo would have a field day with this shit. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not today. But is there any other questions people would like to ask Rolf? Anybody? Any other questions you guys like to get out there? So boom. Yeah, Sticky heard the name. Boom, pushed it out there. But you know what? Well, we could find that niche character again and talk to him. Maybe he'll pop out the woodwork one day. But any other questions you guys want to ask him as outrageously not safe for work and inappropriate? So Taco, yeah. I mean, you can ask Taco that question. I'm not sure if he'll answer that question, but if you want to, so I'd like to ask where my picks are. So cleaning agent. Oh shoot. What rumored tune do you wish shows up in game?
Rumored tune. I mean, to be honest, what are the rumored tunes? Okay, but I guess I'm not very familiar with. I mean, I know that Cosmo apparently is maybe coming to the game. I would say that if there's any character that I really want to come, I would really want Blade to come to the game.
Ooh.
Yeah, Blade.
Blade would be.
Blade is definitely one.
Good.
Maybe just to throw another name out, I think that Photon would be cool. I think it will come because Captain Marvel 2 is coming out this year. But in fact, I'll be more surprised if Photon doesn't come to the game.
How do you feel about Nightcrawler?
Oof.
I mean, Nightcrawler. There you go.
Let's be honest, all right. Nightcrawler will be a break glass in case of emergency character. Let's be real about it, right? And okay, honestly, when I started playing MSF, Nightcrawler was high on my wish list. In case you guys don't know, Nightcrawler is my favorite mutant from the X-Men. Ooh. And then after what happened to Unlimited, and you guys have seen well documented reactions to how Gambit was when he was initially released. And I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't want Scopely to announce Nightcrawler. And it's because I don't want Scopely to butcher the character. I would rather they just keep it away forever so that it doesn't have the chance of being ruined by the devs.
I mean, I think we were expecting more synergy. I think that's what we were expecting, Gambit and Rogue. And they kept saying, Gambit and Rogue, they're a couple, they're a team. They come in there and they got one tag just specifically for them. And it's okay, they don't really feel like a tag team. They feel more like you need all of them to do something, but whatever. We'll take it as is. That seems that seems kind of niche, but whatever. We won't throw that word around for too much longer. Yeah. But okay, so if it's along with the professor. Well, yeah, I would want the professor, but I'm fucking biased, so that's just me. Yeah. But will you do something crazy for ZK?
I just woke up, man.
You know what? Every now and then, you gotta actually watch Rolf, and every now and then he gives you something. It's so subtle or something interesting, but then he's not dorky, or he's not Sticky where they go over the top. Oh my god, blah, or Sticky with his woo. He's not gonna do that unless one day the game just fucks him over in some bad way where he just goes, yeah, I can't. I'm done today. I'm done. Yeah. I don't think it'll happen during the morning time. I think it'll happen when he's streaming, right early in the morning for us, but nighttime for him. And maybe, just maybe, the RNG gods out there just said, you know what? You're going to have a bad day. You're gonna have a bad game. You're gonna have a bad. You know what? Your food's even gonna be fucking bad. You're just gonna have it, and then boom, he's gonna lose in Crucible and just go fucking ape shit. And the
Yeah.
bad thing is that his Twitch will go down, and we'll be like, "Where'd he go? He just threw his computer, bro. He just threw his computer.
Yeah,
We don't know
yeah.
what happened to him." But
Here's a funny thing though. Like, I on stream, especially doing CC, I try not. I know if I think that most of the time, if I fail, is because I either lack the skill or I lack like the investment. Right, my characters are too small. Sometimes that happens, right? You can have the perfect like matchup, but if it's because it's a 300 to 400k punch up, you may lose because of the sheer difference in power. But the one incident that I think like really like almost made me like snap was I think when season 2 started, with this rule change to the room 6 for Wakandans, where you could only at that point of time you could only use like, or like the biggest way to counter it was using Dark Hole, if you can remember. And I remember like this was when I was in Plat 3, by the way. I remember facing a 1.2 million War Dogs team. And on that team had a G17, ISO Blue 5, 7 Red Star, Black Panther. And he single-handedly destroyed my entire team. And I was so pissed because okay, I was pissed because apparently like it was going well. Black Panther used his ult and killed 3 people at full health. Killed my Agatha, killed my Heartless Strange, killed my Scarlet Witch. And I was so pissed because like he had this much health left and he just used his ult, destroyed everything. And he gains 300% per meter because he kills 3 people. And he just goes on to shred Wong and Morgan Le Fay. And I was so pissed because because everything else in his team was like 500k, 600k on defense, and then a monstrous 1.2 million War Dogs appear, and I was like, and like honestly, that was the day I was like, you know what, I am going to bring my airport. Then the level cap was still level 90, I think. So because this is like first week of the new season, right? And I was so pissed that I just took everyone straight to level 90 on that same day. They're all like 85, except for Morgan. I took everybody up to 90 on that day because I couldn't take it anymore. Yeah, like I nearly stepped on stream.
Damn, I wish I. Was anybody there? Did somebody clip it? Did somebody clip it just for me? Somebody go look at all his VODs. Someone go look at all his VODs. See if it's there, because I really want that. That would be great.
Yeah.
That would be
Okay, but here's the
great.
thing, right? So I uploaded that video onto YouTube, right? And when I was editing the video, I think at that match, I swore a total of like 20 times. Like I said the word "fuck" 20 times.
I think I swear. Yeah, I swear 20 times probably within the first 10 minutes. But hey, it is what it is. It really is.
So I was annoyed.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody knows it. I try to get as many clips of it, and I'm trying to put together this nice little cool video type mashup thing of all the CCs, but not like just like a mashup of all the stuff that they usually do. Kind of make it into some weird video that you just go, holy shit, that was weird. That was weird, but it was like, it's got a beat to it. Because I am putting a decent song in the background for it, so that way it kind of gets you to jump, but be like, oh god, did he really just do this? Yes, I fucking did it. This is the reason why I clip everything. But other than the fact that, hey, we can make channel points out of it. But there's not many clips of Rolf out there just doing off-the-wall crazy shit where he's just like, yeah, you know what? I lost. Fuck it. Let's just keep on moving to raids. Let's move on to war. Okay, but every now and then, I'll hear you say something, and I know I'm just lurking, but I'll hear you say something, and I'll go, no, maybe I did. I heard it, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. Should I clip it? I don't know. Fuck, I missed it. So it'll be out of context, and I know what the hell he's doing. It's kind of like, man, you got to catch you at those right times. So if at any time you guys see him getting destroyed in any game mode, Get ready to clip it, and then boom, we got something good and fresh, and be like, yep, now we got a Rolf channel point. It'd be great. It'd be great. Oh, I think Wonderful D is wondering if we could get your Only Rolf's address. Your Only Rolf's? Yeah, Only Rolf's. I think he wants to sub. He wants to sub for all the crazy stuff, you know? Oh, there, yeah. What's your red dot count? Holy shit.
My red dot
Oh
count.
my god. Dude,
Oh, you mean
I
like
have... Yeah.
you mean like in the supplies or?
Yeah, and the supplies. A lot of them, man. That's... I have
I
at
mean, look.
least 40,000.
Yeah, 41,120. Just looking at right now.
Oh god. I know
And
how some
you can
people
guess.
are bad.
You can guess like what the majority is.
Yeah.
It was that the offer for the Armory 14s and 15s.
Yeah, pretty much. Same here. It was the armories. I just haven't opened them yet. Even though we can now, it'll probably take like 4 or 5 minutes. I just don't feel like pressing the
Yeah.
button and waiting. I got other shit to do. Screw you, Scopely. We're not gonna do that. So, but, oh, you should. Well, I mean, I don't know if. Yeah, I don't know if Rolf wants to get drunk when he gets home and then gets drunk again. Will he streaming? If he's streamed right now, like. He's got shit to do. Got shit to do. And Drunken Gleam usually streams like once, maybe twice a week, if that. But that could be because he's drinking a lot. But whatever, I tend to drink with him. So I'm not going to let somebody drink alone and help him out. But okay, here. Do you drink?
Yeah, I do. I drink quite a bit. I mean, I would say I drink quite a bit. I think I'm a good drinker. I just don't drink very often. But you know, once in a while, I like to go out, have a beer, kind of thing. I'm open to learning about cocktails and stuff like that. Yeah.
See, now someone's probably going to clip this, but maybe one time when Drunken Gleam's around, or we could ask him, we should just go ahead and have a 3-way and drink on stream. There you go, boom. And somebody could go ahead and be like, boom, come to the 3-way with Drunken Gleam, Rolf, and Zero Cool. We'll go ahead and knock that out. Drink on stream, because you already know Drunken Gleam's more than likely drinking once he's streaming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's drinking, and it usually... That last one with ChatGPT was... He was plastered.
To be honest, I don't know how is his liver coping with him. But yeah.
I mean, I drink, but not like, holy shit, he drowns a bottle, and I'm like, well, I got Jack and Coke over here. I'm not gonna drown a bottle of Jack. I'll tip over. That's it. I'm done. My wife will leave me there too.
Yeah, and let's think about it this way, right? Like that's on stream that we see him drinking. I'm very sure in his line of work he drinks a lot as well. Oof. There are many professions that are they drink a lot like during and off work. So yeah, I'm very sure his intake is definitely more than what we see on stream.
Yeah, I don't wanna get to, I mean, I don't judge nobody for it, but I'm just not gonna go to that extent, mainly because if I hit a bump or something and I tip over, more than likely, if I'm drunk, my wife or my daughter will be like, figure it out. Figure it out. Yeah, live with Rolf. That's what it is. Live with Rolf. This motherfucker. All right, so we're at the end of the part here. We're gonna end the interview with 10 rapid fire questions, just to go ahead and ask you some stuff there. All you got to do is just answer whatever comes off the top of your head. I'm gonna try and change these up from with Bendy's there too, so I look up for some different ones here. But there are a couple that are similar. But you go ahead and say whatever's off of it, and then boom, go ahead and remember these answers, people. So when you see Rolf when he streams, technically it's the same day for you. But for anybody in the States or on this side, it'll be tomorrow morning sometime. Go ahead and bug him about it because, hey, he said that interesting answer that you didn't like or you didn't agree with. So, boom. So, all right. Ready?
All right, let's go.
All right, here it goes. Which moon bitch? Moon dragon or moonstone?
Dragon.
Which firefucker? Firestar, Human Torch, or Sunfire?
I'll say right now, Firestar.
Agatha or Dark Beast?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Dark Beast.
Ooh. Doom or Ultron?
Doom.
Quicksilver or Apocalypse?
Aye. Apocalypse.
Emma or Fury?
Ooh, this is a hard one.
Ooh.
I love you, Fury, but Emma.
Ooh. There you go. 2099 or Noir?
Oh, 2099.
Caveman or OGBP?
OG.
OG, okay. Here you go. Here you go. Greek raids or blitzing?
Greek rates.
All right. Here's the big question here, man. This one's gonna put you on the map. Depending on what you choose.
Shit.
Depending on what you choose here, this is gonna be the big one. The Icarus 2-tap or the Kang Bang?
Ooh.
Ooh. There you go, there you go, there you go. What do you...
That's tough. You know what? The Icarus Kang Bang, the Icarus 2-tap.
Oh, fuck that. You said the Icarus Kang Bang, damn it. We're going with the Icarus Kang Bang. Yes, you heard it here first, people. It's confirmed. The Icarus Kang Bang. We got one. He's got it. Boom. The Icarus Kang Bang. I want to see that in game, damn it. The Icarus Kang Bang is going to be on point. God damn it. Hell yeah. There you go, man. That was awesome. Oh, God, that was good. Oh my God, the Icarus Kang Bang is now the new ultimate in MSF. Make sure you put the T4s on that sucker. Oh my God, dude. It has been a freaking trip. This has been a beautiful, learning experience with our boy here, Rolf. And you definitely want to check him out on Twitch. Go follow him right now. Right now, he will be streaming for you. I believe it's later today. But for us, it'll be tomorrow morning. So it'll be in 13, 14, 15 hour, whatever. Sometime. It'll be sometime there. But check him out. Go give him a follow. Thank you for
more than 12 hours later, yeah.
Yep. Thank you for the shout out. Thank you for the shout out. And make sure to go subscribe to him on YouTube. Go check out his videos out there right now. Go give him a sub right now. Like all his videos. Give him make sure you quote him correctly that you want to see the Icarus Kang Bang and Crucible. You want it just popping off. Boom. Get it going, man. But anything else you want to let out, anything else you want to let out to the peoples out there?
Wow. Just be good to yourselves and the people around you. That's especially your loved ones.
Yeah,
so yeah,
that's a good noble thing to say, and a good noble thing to end with too, because there's some people that would do some other stuff and say some other stuff with it, but hey, we'll leave it as that, because that's the way we end stuff here. But
and also Tadano Mac, if you're watching, please donate 10k to whatever. All right, donate 10k, give me money to buy whatever character I want. Thank you.
Tadano, jump on that, man. Whenever you hear it, man, do it now. Icarus
I know you're
Kang Bang
awake.
his stream. Yeah, Icarus Kang Bang his stream with 10k, so that way he can just go ahead and enjoy the day. So, but we'll definitely see some other people on the hot seat next week. I got an interesting one next week. We'll definitely announce that later. But until the next one, Rolf, I will definitely see you on your stream sometime. Probably tomorrow.
And I'll see you on yours.
Yep. I'll still be pushing it for a little bit, but Zero Cool here and my buddy here, Rolf. Rolling out, y'all. Deuces.